Greetings and salutations. Thank you for lending an ear to The Voice of the Times, this Sunday, October 18, 2020. For today's editorial, COVID-19 second wave coming. Keep calm and start preparations. Just when the Philippines seems to be getting a handle on the pandemic, a second wave is threatening countries in the northern hemisphere. As we had said before in this space, the arrival of autumn has brought with it the cooler temperatures and a new season of the regular influenza, which health experts fear will complicate the fight against the coronavirus disease 2019 or COVID-19. In the United States, more than 20 states broke record highs in their average case counts in the past month, according to an October 14, 2020 report in the Washington Post. In Europe, most countries are reporting more cases compared to the first wave earlier this year, Euronews reported also on October 14. 2 days before that, the World Health Organization, or WHO, said global cases rose 10% from the previous week. All WHO regions, except for Southeast Asia, reported increasing percentages. In the Philippines, the number of cases has flattened, and at the time of this writing, local cases had even fallen below those of Indonesia, which has the most cases in the region now. In fact, Filipinos were beginning to breathe easier. Lockdowns were relaxed, and more places were again accessible. It could not have happened sooner, as people are hurting from virus fatigue. But it may be premature to let our guard down, given the new global trends. That should remind us that the pandemic is only half over, and the second act is just beginning. Local health experts and others in government should recall the situation in the first quarter. Cases were spiking in other places such as China and Italy before COVID-19 broke out here. This time around, we should be more careful about keeping more cases out. There should be a review of foreign travel policies, quarantine protocols, and contact tracing systems to make them more effective. On the positive side, the Philippines has quarantine facilities ready. People are more familiar with the symptoms and can easily spot new cases. Also, wearing masks, even face shields, is generally accepted here and isn't politicized. On testing, however, there is much room for improvement. First test results still take days, sometimes more than a week to get. That is simply too long, making contact tracing and containment more difficult. Health authorities should look at other testing methods, such as those that use saliva samples rather than nasal swabs. Second, there are fewer tests now after the Philippine Red Cross suspended its testing operations because it has not been paid by the graft-tainted Philippine Health Insurance Corporation. That should be resolved soon. And third, the cost needs to come down in order that even more people can be tested if needed. Regarding distancing in Christmas, surely nobody wants a repeat of the hard lockdown, but to be pragmatic, all options should be considered. As we have often heard, the appropriate action depends on the science. Preventing lockdowns may require changing the way Filipinos celebrate Yuletide. First off, we support extending the operating hours of shopping malls to help control the number of people going there. Of course, the mall operators and retail outlets should continue limiting the number of patrons that they allow in their establishments. For sure, Christmas parties and other types of mass gathering should be discouraged if not prohibited, even if local cases continue to fall. In fact, Filipino families should consider putting off get-togethers until Christmas in 2021. Virtual get-togethers are advisable. These suggestions may seem drastic, but these are unusual times. We urge people to continue maintaining physical distancing. If it is still not evident to some, a vaccine will not be available by this year. On a positive note, a few therapeutics do look promising. More of them should be available soon as doctors learn more about this coronavirus, but as expected, they are expensive. Also, the number of severe cases remains manageable, and as far as we know, COVID-19 has not mutated into a more virulent pathogen. Still, check your inventory of personal protective equipment, or PPE. We should not lament these hard times. Instead, count your blessings. celebrate your life and good health, and wish others the same. And that's the editorial for Sunday, October 18, 2020. For more news and information, get a copy of the Manila Times on print. Subscribe to our digital edition or log on to www.manilatimes.net. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and listen to The Voice of the Times.